Hey, this is Alex Rome, and today I'm going to make something similar to the drop of this song. So let's get to it, and I only would like to use Logic Pro X plugins, so the Sylenth, don't worry, is going away. Before I get into it though, I do want to mention or give a quick shout out to everyone who's been scheduling private mentors. You're all awesome. Love getting to meet you guys. I love it more than anything. And also wanted to show you guys which plugins I've recently added to the collection. And one of them is Isotope Ozone 7, killer plugin for mastering. And I'm a little late on it, but Nicky Romero's Kickstart, I saw like an advertisement for it, and it said it was only 15 bucks. And I was like, yo, I need to get that like right now, because I've never had it. I always wanted to know, like, you know, the hype behind it. And it actually sidechains. It sidechains to 128 BPM like perfect, like way better than a compressor. I think everybody should have that if they're really making house music. So let's get into our drop. This is all I have so far, just the kick and bass and the snare. This snare actually could use a little bit of EQing. I'm going to give it a nice dip in its hot spot. Okay, so what I want to do is get Alchemy and make those that lead. Now that lead, it's like a really cool sounding future bass lead, and I think it's got a layer of super saw like this. I think it is cut off a little bit as well, so let's do this. And I think it's got like a high layer of some kind of pulse wave. I don't know what that's not the pulse I'm looking for. I swear I picked pulse, right? Well, that's a pulse. Okay, this kind of pulse is what I was looking for. And let's go up a semi, and we're gonna detune this thing. And let's see what we have. This could be harder. Okay, so I got the lead written, and it sounds like this. And so it's now only sensible to take it and sidechain it, because you have to sidechain this stuff. And you don't have to sidechain it that hard, but you do have to sidechain it, because it doesn't really sound like it's sidechained that hard. So that's the lead part. Now we have to make those big chords in the background, and so now I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so now we're going to get to sound designing the chords, and the chords look and sound like this so far. And so now we're going to get to work here. These chords, first thing we're going to do is pay attention to our oscillator. So if you're going to use Alchemy, this is where you would start. Oscillator A. There's a tab for the oscillator A. And what you want to do is jack the unison up. I like to go as high as they go, but you can go to whatever number you like to go to, depending on what your CPU can handle. And then detune, you want to detune about that much. So if that's 100%, then this would be like 25%, and we would get a sound like that, whereas in the beginning our sound sounded like this. So we're basically spreading out the sound, and looks and sounds like this. And we're gonna jack it up an octave because these are very high pitch. So now we get something like that. Next thing we need to do is we need to get this LFO doing what we need it to do. We need to control this up here with that LFO, and so we're going to set it just kind of like that for now. Then we come down to the LFO, and we're going to modulate cutoff A. I just picked A and B, just it's habitual, but you don't have to pick A and B, you can just go to A. And right now we get no sound because our gain's not up. So that's pretty cool. But we could get a way better sound. Let's get, well, I mean, the sound's pretty much done, but now we just gotta add some salt and pepper, you know? And then what we want to do is sidechain it, of course, to our ghost signal. So then we'll get something like this. 1 second. Okay, so that is that so far. Now, to make this really pop, if this were my song, I would go into the leads and have them have some kind of fattener on it to make the leads a little bit fatter. And the chords aren't really fat to begin with, so I would probably leave them how they are and then just hit the mixing and mastering stage and bring them out just a little bit, but they don't really need much. I think the lead's the big guy in that mix and master, and then the 808 is here, and that's just simple. That's just a sine wave, and we have the kick and the bass, which are both from splice.com. So there you go, guys. That is a Lewis the Child tutorial for you. It was much requested. Go ahead and leave other suggestions in the comments, and I will be sure to get to all of them.